everybody. Hello, Final Six. Hello, very exciting. Did we notice that there's 3 puer and 3 mayor originally? How cute is that? That's posh. I love it. Was it part of a larger scheme? Who knows? So, before we get started, Elliot, I will be taking Charlie back. Thank you very much. Individual immunity up for grabs once again, and this time it's a 1 in how many?
5.
5. You have it right now. If you get this, you'll have a 1 in 5 chance at winning the entire game and becoming the winner of Ballvivor Season 2. Very exciting. Casey's ready. Don't know about everyone else, but... this challenge is also pulled from Season 1. This is called the Superlatives Challenge, friends. So it'll be very fun. You all had a series of questions where you voted which person fit the description based on your own personal opinion. For the challenge, you will be trying to guess what the majority vote for each question was. So what all of your peers' majority thought. Every time you get it correct, you get a point, and the person with the most points at the end of the game will win individual immunity and be safe at Tribal Council on Sunday. Our first question was, who is the smartest person in the game? Okay, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, reveal. So we got Elliot. Great. The majority answer was Elliot. So everybody received 1 point except for Elliot. The second question is, who is the least deserving of being here at this point in the game? Alright, so our first 3, 2, 1. Okay. Got 4 Cadens and Elliot and Caden. The majority vote was Caden. So we got a point to Blake, Elliot, Aaron, and Casey on that round. Okay, the next question. Most likely to win the whole thing. Ready? 2, 3, 2, 1. Casey going bold. Okay, we got 4 Aarons. The majority answer is Aaron. So Blake, Elliot, Peyton, and Caden answered correctly. The player who's most likely to be voted out at the next Tribal Council. The majority answer was Elliot. So, everyone but Casey. Next question, most likely player to have an idol right now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 3 Blake, 2 Casey, and Caden. The correct answer, the majority answer, was Blake. So we got Casey, Caden, and Peyton with the point. Next question, who is the life of the party? 3, 2, 1. Aw, cute. The majority vote was a tie between Casey and Aaron. Okay, who's the biggest flirt?
It's Kirsten for sure.
I'm not in this game. I wasn't enough.
Kirsten was unfortunately not an option. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the majority vote was Aaron. Another round where no one gets a point, really. The player who's the most likely to stir the pot. 3, 2, the drama? Is it me? Next question, who's the best eye roller?
Hey, 3, 2, 1. Danny's not an option. It was instructions.
Danny's not an option, hon. Sorry. Sorry. I'm gonna count that as your vote. Sorry. Tragic. No, I think I'm gonna count that as your vote. Sorry. You gotta listen to instructions, babe. Okay. The majority answer was Elliot. So we get a point for Elliot and a point for Peyton. The player who is most likely to claim, what? I'm not chaotic. Me? No.
That's not how it's. I'm not with you again.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
The majority vote was Aaron. Point to Peyton. Next question is, who is the most underestimated castaway?
If you haven't seen Survivor, okay, 3, 2, 1. Kaden, across the board. And the vote was Kaden. That was the majority.
Interesting combinations of majority votes for some people here. Next question, biggest Survivor nerd. Goes to whom? And the majority vote was Elliot. Okay, what player has the best surprise face?
I'm not writing down now.
You look on for
Again. I'm so sorry.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, Kaden, Casey. Majority vote was Kaden.
So that's a vote to Peyton and a vote to Casey. Okay, last questions, friends, and it's a doozy. What player would you least want to be stuck in an elevator with?
Danny, you can't. Not an option. Okay.
Right in your head right now.
3, 2, 1.
She said, oh.
Okay, it was a tie between Aaron and Blake.
So we got Elliot, Kaden, and Peyton earning a point in that round.
That was our last round.
Alright, so last place, we got Aaron with 8. Tied for third, we have Blake and Casey with 9. Tied for second, we have Peyton and Elliot with 10, and Peyton wins individual immunity with 13 points.
Okay, Peyton taking the win. A guaranteed 1 in 5 shot at winning the game. Congratulations. To the rest of you, we will see you on Sunday, where you are all eligible for elimination.
Hello everyone. It's me, Caden, the cool main character guy. It's been insane. It's getting more ramped up as we go on throughout the season. It's getting more and more, how do you say, more like exciting, but also nerve-wracking at the same time. I've been shoved between 2 groups right now, and I'm scared that if I got found out that I'm between 2 groups, that I'm just insta-dead. But today, it sounds like both of those groups are disappearing. I just talked to Peyton a little bit ago, and Peyton pretty much just said that we're running off Aaron first, which was a surprise to me. I thought it was going to be Elliot first. We're getting Aaron first, and then probably Elliot if he doesn't win the first challenge. So, hoping that happens. But, yeah. This is just, I don't know. I'm good with Aaron, but, like, I don't want to vote him out, because then if he finds out that I voted for him, he probably won't, like, if I make it to the end, he probably won't vote for me at the end, which will suck. But I might have to, just to ensure it. I've also talked to Peyton. Me and Peyton are now aligned. Hoping to be final too, because in my brain, I think we're the two most even of winning together, getting to the end. Because Aaron definitely has popular vote. Peyton will have most, like, better game played vote. Casey will get most of the girls. Blake, it's like an enigma to me. I really don't know. So yeah, me and Peyton are definitely the, like, definite two evenest to win together. So I'm hoping that works. Because if we get Peyton and Elliot, or not Peyton, Elliot, sorry. If we get Aaron and Elliot out, then if we get Casey on our side, Casey, Peyton, me can get Blake out. Getting Blake out, then we can get Casey out, and then it'll be us two, and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this is really just getting down to the nitty-gritty of the game for me. This is like the end, pretty much. Everything's gonna start happening. All the pieces are gonna fall into place for people's plan. Hopefully my plan falls into place.
So I think I know what you're gonna say, but I'll let you say.
Well, what do you think I'm gonna say?
That we can get Aaron out.
Yeah. But there's also something that I'm a little bit worried about. I think Blake has an idol.
That I met with Peyton.
Okay.
I literally was talking to Peyton about that.
Okay. And so you think he does as well? Is that what?
He does. And
Okay.
Peyton also thinks he does.
Okay. And so something that I'm worried about is that I don't know whether or not he's gonna play it for himself or if he's gonna play it for Aaron.
I don't.
Because I think he needs Aaron as a shield in this game. Because as soon as Aaron's gone, people are gonna look at Blake. So I think if he thinks that Aaron's going home, he's gonna play it for Aaron, and then I will go home. So I have a plan or a thought that I kind of want to run by you and see what you think. So I haven't talked to Casey yet, but I do believe that she is going to play her extra vote tonight, or for this first tribal council. And I think if she is willing to work with us, we could potentially have 5 votes if it would be you, me, Casey, and Peyton, and then Casey would use her extra vote. And then that means Blake and Aaron would be 2 people, 2 votes. So we have the ability to split the vote between Blake and Aaron and still have the majority. So say 3 people wrote down Blake's name. So Casey, her extra vote, and then say myself, write down Blake's name. If Blake plays the idol, he's safe. And then so say you and Peyton write down Aaron. And then it would be a tie between probably myself and Aaron. And then we would revote. And then Aaron would be able to go home. And then we also get Blake's idol out. Because my worry is that Blake is saving the idol for Final 5 and is basically just holding that position and taking it away from one of us, if that makes sense.
True.
So,
I mean,
in this scenario, we would be able to flush Blake's idol so that he wouldn't be able to play it at Final 5 and still get Aaron out. Or if Blake doesn't play the idol, we get him out with the idol. So then that's not a worry for us in the future, if that makes sense. I don't know how willing you are to do that scenario, but I think getting out that advantage and possibly still splitting up Blake and Aaron is the best way that we all have the potential to either get to the end or win at the end. Because I was thinking, and it's like, honestly, me, Peyton, you, and Casey really have not a fighting chance if Blake and Aaron are sitting there with us.
Yeah.
And like the only chance that we would even have, and I think we all have a pretty even chance if the 4 of us are in the Final 4. So I don't know how willing you are to kind of do that scenario.
I mean, it's a good scenario. The only bad thing about that is, one, if Blake does have an idol, me knowing him from like school and everything, I don't think he would play it for Aaron.
Okay.
I think he would just save it for himself more than anything.
Okay.
I also think it's just like a thing of everyone thinking he has an idol, so he's just very quiet. And he hasn't really talked. I don't feel like he's talked to a lot of people. That's just the thing. I think everyone's just scared of that.
Well, I kind of have a hint more than just a hunch that he has an idol.
How was that?
So after the after the challenge on Wednesday, Blake went outside to go talk to Danny. And I walked out to kind of go hang out with them too. And as I'm walking outside, I hear Blake say, "Sorry, I'm saving you." And I don't know the context of what the conversation was. I don't know whether or not it even is an advantage.
I knew that he had an advantage of pulling a vote.
Blocking votes.
I don't know if he looked like he used it.
Yeah, that's...
So
I did know he used that last night.
maybe he has another advantage. Maybe he has like a plus vote. Maybe maybe he has an extra vote and a pull. So that he can,
I mean, both of those are still super dangerous.
I know they are. But if we play the 5 and he plays his extra vote today, it still gets him out. If he has an extra vote.
Start this now. Okay. Good things. Talked with Caden. I think Caden is for sure writing down Aaron's name.
Okay.
I talked with Casey about splitting the vote, and she's gonna split the vote between Blake and Aaron.
Okay.
She's writing down one for Blake and one for Aaron.
Okay.
So you and I just write down Blake's name, if that's okay. Because if we write down Blake's name and he has an idol and plays it, then it would be a tie between me and Aaron, and everyone would revote and get Aaron out.
Mm-hmm.
If Blake doesn't play his idol, or if he doesn't have an idol, Blake goes home, and then we can all get Aaron out afterwards, because obviously Aaron is still a target. Would you be okay with that?
So everyone is wanting to get Blake out before we get Aaron out?
Everyone wants Aaron out, but I think the possibility of an idol still sketches people out, that they would rather have him play it now before he can play it at 5, or get him out solely on the fact that there's a possibility of an idol. So this is what you think about what is best. Because I basically was like, Casey, if I go home, they're targeting you next. Because Blake and Aaron were like, yeah, like this vote's Elliot, and then next vote is Caden. And Casey's like, Caden is voting with them. They're not going after Caden. They're coming after me. I was like, yeah, Casey. And that's why you need me in this game, to benefit yourself.
Right.
But that's a good thing for you, because you're not the vote after me.
Right. Yeah, I'm enough for that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So
It scares me a little bit, but...
keeping Aaron?
Because, I don't know, that scares me a little bit, but they both have to go, so... If we want to get both of them
And I
out,
was also
then-
talking to Casey and Caden, and it's like, okay, so Blake goes home, and say Aaron wins immunity. Vote me out. Like, I'm an easy vote. You can target me. I know that I probably have the slimmest chance of the 6 to make it to the final 3 right now. And it's like, you guys can write my name down, and I would go home, and then you guys can target Blake after that. Like, or target Aaron after that. Like, Aaron will be a target each round that he's available.
Yeah. I'm just scared to give Aaron another chance to keep going. Because I don't want him to just, like, be able to win immunity and get to the end. Because I think that if Aaron gets to the end, he's for sure winning, versus if Blake gets to the end, someone else has a chance to beat Blake. So that's my only hesitation. But I do agree with you that we have to be mindful with the idol in the sense of how that is going to play out.
Because my other worry too is that, say we get Aaron out right now, Blake does have an idol or an advantage that keeps him in this game. That leaves Casey, myself, Caden, and you vulnerable for the next votes.
Right.
Because if Blake stays and plays whatever and is for sure going in the final 4, he's going to like go into like hyperdrive mode to win that final 4. Otherwise, he knows he's going home.
Blake has an idol.
The idol.
Yeah.
What?
Now, if you tell Elliot, I'm gonna hit you.
Why would I tell
I'm
Elliot?
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
my gosh, where was it? Is this real?
Yeah,
It's meant to
well,
be.
do you want me to show you where it was?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
where
want
is
to see
it?
where it.
Where was it?
I have to it's by the cat building. There's this little thingy. Gosh, worst clue of all time. Worst clue of all time. Terrible
What
clue.
was the clue?
It literally made
Um,
me like want to. Okay, I probably shouldn't say that. It made me want to like kill myself after I kept reading it over and over again.
It was terrible.
It was-
But I got a second clue.
Yeah, so I only got one clue, and it was like, this living, flowing land is all there is forever. And it's a quote.
This land
Is all there is forever. So at first I was like, oh, maybe it's like the waterfall or water or something, and I was going to, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's like, I didn't figure out that it was like a quote until,
Yeah.
you hadn't found the idol yet, but I figured out that it was a quote. That night, you got the clue. I was like, oh, maybe it's an actual quote.
So I looked up the person, and there were like 5 different people. Like what? Gary Snyder.
I'm shook.
I really wish I could have got that in video.
I know, that was
So
fun.
basically, if I don't get voted out, I'll be in Final 4 because I have to use it now.
You have to use it tonight?
Yes, I have to use it the next tribal after this first one.
I can't do that.
Okay, so Elliot is going to tell you BS of what we said last weekend when Elliot and Peyton walked into the room, and I was like, "Oh, Danny and Casey, like, they were trying to figure out how to split up pairs. And they were talking about splitting up me and Aaron and split up you and Danny, and then they're like, "Oh, what about Casey getting Casey out last Sunday?" So I'm being honest, I was BSing to Elliot and Peyton about. That's when Danny got upset because it was actually from. Oh, so much.
You just want to agree with what they say, you know?
Yeah. So he's probably gonna tell you that me and you want you out. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
He did say that you're a really big social threat. You knew that. He was trash
That's literally
talking.
the only threat.
He was
I have.
trash talking everyone.
Oh, I'm sure.
When I was meeting with him, I was like, what the heck?
That's where I'm meeting with everybody.
Yeah,
All right,
it's fine.
so.
They can see me.
Oh gosh. Oh, perfect. Look at that. That's clutch. So basically, are you voting Elliot first?
Yes.
All right, I'm voting Elliot. Did you talk to Peyton?
Yep, he's voting Elliot.
Peyton talked to me. I felt so bad because this is the first time I've looked at Ballvivor today. Was with you right now. 'Cause
Yeah, I have not done shit.
I've done
anything.
No. Basically, this one, great. Next one, depending on who wins immunity,
Challenge.
one of us will have this.
Yeah, I think it's good.
If I win it, I'm giving it to you.
And if I win it, you just play it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna both get it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you. I was like,
That's perfect. One of us needs to win it then.
no, I know. Yeah. Hopefully that happens. I think it will because Ellie will be gone and who knows.
Oh gosh, yeah, because then if not one of us wins, then you'll probably just play it.
Have you talked to Caden?
Nope, not at all.
I haven't either. And he said, I don't know whenever. So I don't
He
know.
said, Peyton told me that he met with him,
Oh,
and
lovely.
they said Elliot.
Hey guys. So this week I am a little bit confused on what I should do. I know I want to vote Blake and Aaron out. I want Aaron to go home because he is the biggest threat to me. But now that I know Blake has this idol, kind of changes the game. So I don't know. And Elliot's telling me this whole plan, and I just like want it to work, but I'm scared that my name's probably in the mix somewhere, or it's gonna pop up soon. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna use my extra vote tonight, and I'm gonna write Blake and Aaron, and hopefully this plan works, because if it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know what will happen. Should be interesting.
I want immunity. Yes! This is just another like typical Survivor thing you want to do. Like, you want to win individual immunity. And I did it. I got Charlie. Charlie is mine. I am for sure going to be in the top 5. We're down to one hand, top 5 of season 2 of Ballvivor. And that is just so exciting to me that I am I made it so far in this game, and I am so ecstatic that this came when it came, because I think I'm starting to build my resume really well at the end of the game. I have an immunity win. I found a hidden immunity idol. I was loyal when being loyal was actually very hard to do because who I was loyal with were the big targets. I played a really good social game. I wasn't the one person in charge of anyone's vote to get out. I never was a leader. I always knew what was going on. So I think that this just complements the rest of my Ballvivor resume really well. And if I get a chance to articulate my resume before the jury, this is going to be a great addition to that. So I'm glad that I won immunity. Yes, 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 yes. Top 5, baby. Now thinking about who are we going to get out at the next trial. Obviously, I do not want to see Elliot go home. Any way that we can keep him in the game for as long as possible is going to be good. So, Casey reaches out to me and wants to meet with me. So I'm like, okay, let's meet. She comes to me and proposes Aaron. She wanted to get Aaron out the past tribal council. It just didn't pan out that way. We got Danny out, and now she wants to get Aaron out. And I totally agree. Aaron is going to win this game if he gets to the end. Everyone else agrees with me because that's who was voted most likely to win at our last challenge.
Okay, so, hello everyone. Oh my gosh, I can't think. So I really need to clean my room, so I'm just gonna be cleaning my room during the confessional, but I'm gonna be talking loud. Okay, so you guys can hear. Okay, so, I didn't really do anything Ballvivor related until this morning, and I woke up at 11, so I didn't have much time, but hopefully the Alliance stays with me and doesn't want to vote me out. So, right now, I just met with Blake and Casey, and they are solid on voting Elliot. At least that's what they told me. And I believe them, because, I've trusted them the whole game. So I like them. So I met with Peyton, too. Peyton he told me he wants to vote Elliot out, and Caden said the same thing, Elliot. So, it should be a unanimous vote for Elliot. But, Casey met with Elliot and told me that him, Peyton, and Caden are voting me tonight, which means it would be a 3-3 split. But the one thing we do have over them is Casey has an extra vote. So if worst comes to worst, if Peyton and Caden do vote for me, Peyton and Caden would vote for me and Elliot, so I've had 3 for me. We'd have 3 for Elliot, plus Casey's extra vote, and be 4 for Elliot. And Elliot would go home. But I really hope it's just unanimous for Elliot, and Elliot can go home because he is causing too much damage in this game. And for some reason, they're always gunning for me, I feel like I'm just not a threat, I'm just here. I'm just vibing, still in the game. Sorry, oh my god, what's in my... Oh my god! What is that? What is that? Do you guys know that sound from TikTok? Probably. Why is this a pocket? I don't understand. But back to game. Yeah, so I might be getting 3 votes tonight, and I'm gonna be scared out of my mind. I really hope Blake and Casey wouldn't turn on me, but I don't think they would. Oh my gosh, another thing. Blake told me that if we get through this vote, hopefully we do, and then Casey, no, oh my gosh, I can't think. So if we get through this vote, then me or Blake wins immunity. So say Blake wins immunity at the next immunity challenge, then he'll give me the idol, and we'll just be safe. I'll just play it. That's it. Just in case people want to switch up on me. I feel like that's always the plan. But yeah, so sorry. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna be voting Elliot tonight. Hopefully Blake's voting Elliot. Hopefully Casey's voting Elliot. Extra vote. Bam. Done. Bing bong boom. Bam.
Okay, hello everybody.
Hello.
My final six, hooray! A round of applause. Good job getting here, everybody. Before we jump into the questions for this week, I'll welcome back our jury. Danny voted out at last tribal council. Tragic. How are we feeling tonight?
Stressed, nervous, sweaty, all of it. Sweaty.
Yeah. How about we start by talking about last week's challenge, because that was a somewhat revealing one. Peyton, our winner, congratulations, your first individual immunity win.
Yes.
How did you know all of that?
That's a really great question. I made a lot of, I guess, really good guesses, and I tried to incorporate conversations I've had with folks throughout the game and use that to make decisions that obviously worked out well for me.
Yeah, definitely. Sitting with immunity, 1 in 5 chance of winning this game. Congrats. Elliot, you received the vote for most likely to be voted out next, right? How is that sitting with you tonight?
Not well. I mean, it didn't help that obviously Peyton wanted me to be, and I still feel like from here on out I'll be vulnerable every vote. I mean, we are final six, so I feel like everyone is vulnerable at every vote, but me especially because I know these past 2 weeks my name's been going around, I've been labeled as the threat, and then also like the other things that I won during that challenge definitely didn't make me feel good about tonight's vote. So,
what ones in particular?
the perception that I'm the smartest player, the perception that I stir the pot, the perception that I'm the most knowledgeable about Survivor, like all of those are mixed, like good and bad reviews, and you don't really want a good or a bad review, you kind of want to ride in the middle, and so I feel like I'm just painted the picture of the next to go, so it makes me nervous.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why. We had this saying that was said quite a bit in season 1. Where's Brock? Is Brock in the room? What was your catchphrase?
Perception of everything.
Perception is everything, right? So it's interesting that you use the word like perception to describe the challenge, because I think it does give you all a good understanding of where people's perceptions are going into this really integral week. So, yeah, sure. Kaden, you have the honor of receiving the vote for the least likely member to still be in this competition. How are you feeling about that?
No. This happens. I kind of was in the background a lot, and I get why that. But I also got least expected, unexpected person. I got voted for that too, so they kind of clash.
Most underestimated.
Most underestimated, that's what it is. They kind of clash against each other, so.
Yeah, how are you thinking about those two things, or why do you think those two clashing ideas were both you?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I kind of was in the background for a while when Merge started, because I really didn't have my head there for a bit. I was very scrambled in the beginning. And then I kind of got my head back and kind of figured out how I can push myself forward and get as far as I can. I think people are starting to see that.
Yeah. Blake voted most likely to have an idol. Tell us about that. Where do you think that came from?
Not quite sure. I guess I don't really know how that like is guessed upon, like majority-wise. It's kind of ironic because here's one right here. I'll just put it on. So there's that.
Reaction to that?
That's all.
I will say I speculated a lot of it, and people didn't really 100% believe me whenever I was saying that. And just goes to prove, sometimes you gotta listen to other people, that's all.
Okay, so are we under the consensus that that's real? What Blake has?
I think I made another one, you know.
Well, I mean, whether or not it's real or not, we're gonna find out either this vote, next vote, or after the game's over. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Casey, what's your reaction to that?
I literally don't know anymore. I just feel like I don't know as much as I think I know. Like, this game just is messing with my head. I don't know. That's it.
Okay, interesting reaction. The other question I wanted to ask all of you is one of those, I'm going to ask it, and we're all going to answer it one by one, type deals that we did a couple weeks ago. So you all don't really know what's happening today, right? But you know that it's going to be a long day with possibly multiple eliminations throughout the course of the day. So what is the number one concern, the number one thing on your mind headed into this afternoon? Whoever wants to go first and start.
Everything's up for grabs.
Clearly.
Who knows what's going to happen? That's my thought.
I'm just more nervous about getting through this vote. Yeah. Like that's what's on my mind. It's the first thing, and I don't really think ahead that much. So I'm just like right now.
I will also say that as someone who's on the bottom and very visibly on the bottom, like I wish people would come to me to be able to use me for what they want, because that's a mutually beneficial relationship. You get what you want and I stay in the game, basically. So I guess this is my cry out to anyone that kind of wants to do something. I'm here to make a vote. Otherwise, I'm most likely to go home and you can't use me then. We're getting down to 6 people where it's kind of hard to turn around and ask someone to do something for you or with you if you haven't had that relationship before.
Like 3 more. What are our thoughts?
I just want it to be a challenge that I'm able to win, because I've yet to win immunity for myself, and that would be a nice feeling to have. So I'm hoping it's something that has my strengths in it that I can use.
Yeah, so looking for a win.
I'm in the same boat as Casey. I'm just looking for a way of being people thinking that I'm not supposed to be in the spot kind of puts a little bit of a target on my back in this moment. So having that will probably make me feel a little better at that time.
Yeah. For the 2 of you, would you say that wanting to win is more about securing the immunity, or is it more about kind of adding to your jury resume at this point?
Maybe both.
Both, yeah. Mostly immunity.
Yeah.
Mine is trust. We're down to the point in the game where you have to put a lot of trust and faith into the people that you want to put your trust and faith into. And we're down to such small numbers that one person can turn the whole entire game over. So you really have to put a lot of trust and faith in that whatever you want to happen will happen, and that everyone follows the order and follows the execution of the plan. Thank you.
Well, Elliot making a plea, somebody please use me going into this final 6. Blake with an Iowa around his neck, saying it's real. Everybody nervous. Let's see what happens, shall we? Let's jump into the vote. We'll start with Peyton. We'll work our way down.
What a tribal council that was.
All right, I have an extra vote. And I'm gonna use it, and this is really tough. I have been just back and forth all day. This doesn't work. I'm probably going on this.
Elliot, I've loved playing with you. Great player. Hope this works out. I'm still really nervous. This looks nice on my neck, but
All right, everyone back. I'll go tally the votes. Okay, if anybody has an individual immunity idol and would like to play a drop, you can do so. Okay, seeing none. I'm going to vote. First vote, Elliot. Second vote, Blake. One Blake, one Elliot. Elliot. It's 2 Elliot, 1 Blake. Blake. We're tied up. 2 Elliot, 2 Blake. 3 votes left. Aaron. This is the next vote. So we have 2 Aaron, 2 Elliot. 2 Elliot, 2 Blake, and 1 Aaron. Aaron. We're all tied up. And we have 1 vote left, friends. It's a 3-way tie between Elliot and Aaron and Blake. Next member of our jury. Aaron. Okay, so don't know if that's what we expected to happen. Seems like not. But remember, advantages are still in play until the final 5, which we're at now. So I think that sets a good precedent for an unexpected day of Ballvivor.
Okay, well, Casey voted for me. Casey. Maybe. Who voted for Blake, though? I voted for Elliot. I assume Blake voted for Elliot. And then. Who voted for Blake? I don't think Caden. Alright, well, I had a lot of fun during Ballvivor. Super fun experience, everyone should come do it, and I guess my own alliance blindsided me. But I guess I did it last time, so it's all good. I guess I can go to Friendsgiving now, tonight.